Hi, Language Arts Lady here with episode number 11 of 10-Minute Grammar. Today is our last episode in our Parts of Speech series. This has been a series of 10 parts of speech in the order that I recommend that you teach them with tips and tricks along the way. Just a very surface introduction to these 10 parts of speech. So don't worry, I could do 1,000, 2,000 episodes of 10-Minute Grammar without ever running out of content. But today will be our last day of the beginning of the introduction to the parts of speech. So it is it is part of speech number 10, determiners. So let's just go back a little bit to the previous 9. Remember that we were using parts of speech in the order in which they could be used to create sentences, remembering that grammar is for writing. Okay, so we had articles/noun markers first because they were simple to learn, and the 3 little words tell you that a noun is about to be heard. Don't forget, you can learn all of these in my Parts of Speech poster pack, as well as in my Think Fast grammar quizzes. And those are all at my Teachers Pay Teacher store. All the rhymes, all the jingles, all the songs, all the mnemonics are right there for you. Okay, so then next we had noun, because noun markers mark a noun. They tell you that a noun is coming. So next we had nouns. In our sample sentence, we have the cat. All right, then because nouns are usually described by adjectives, next we had adjectives. The sneaky cat. And next, of course, in order to create a sentence, we need a verb, right? We have our noun, which can be used as a subject very easily. Can be used as other parts of speech too, but it definitely works as a subject. So now we're going to go into our verbs. So then we have the sneaky cat climbs. So 4 parts of speech in, we have sentence creation, right? Which is one of the most important things in grammar, because if students can't learn to write with them, if we can't teach them how to apply the grammar that they're learning to their writing, then it won't matter, right? Okay, so then we had, of course, adverbs, because adverbs describe verbs first and foremost. They also describe other things, and I taught about that as well. But we're going to put adverbs right in here after verbs because we want to put things beside each other that affect each other. So adverbs are here. We don't put adjectives and adverbs together. I spoke up at that at great length because they're too easily confused. Some people say, well, they're both describers, let's lump them together. But then students have to remember what each one describes. So keep those two separate. All right, so now we have the sneaky cat easily climbs. There's our adverb, easily. And then we moved into part of speech number 6, which was pronouns. The sneaky cat easily climbs. He, personal pronoun used as the subject, uses his, a possessive pronoun, clause. All right, so we had 2 pronouns when we expanded our sentence to be 2 sentences. The sneaky cat easily climbs. He uses his clause. Okay, then we went into prepositions, and I have preposition packets, I have Christmas preposition packets, I have Beauty and the Beast, I have Bugs on a Log. I have all kinds of preposition practice packets at my Teachers Pay Teacher store because they're such an important part of speech when we're talking about writing, matching subjects and verbs, just everything. Very, very important. So with the preposition, we added on the trees. On is a preposition. On the trees is a prepositional phrase. So he uses his clause on the tree. Then number 8 was interjections. My, well, oh, wow, yes, no. And we put that at the beginning of the sentence because it can be used as a sentence opener with a comma following it. And so we put yes, comma, the sneaky cat easily climbs. And then the next sentence, he uses his claws on the tree. All right, then we had last week coordinated conjunctions. And this, of course, is fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And I taught how to teach those last week. And we are going to create a compound sentence with these 2 sentences. Yes, the sneaky cat easily climbs, comma, and he uses his claws on the tree. So coordinated conjunctions allow us to join. In this case, they allow us to join 2 sentences into one. So today is a very tricky day. And when I was going doing research for this. I had my own ideas, after writing curriculum for 22, 24 years, and seeing what really works with my 50 to 100 students every single year. And the 8 parts of speech, that wasn't long enough. There was something, you either had to leave out like interjections or coordinated conjunctions. And so the parts of speech breakdowns are, 8 parts of speech, 9 parts of speech, 10 parts of speech, 12 parts of speech. So to borrow a line from Sleepless in Seattle, 12 is too many, 8 is too few. So we went with 10. All right. But the 10th one is like a catch-all. And I personally don't really use it per se. And this is why. A determiner is a word that is used to determine something about the word that's coming next. All right. So when you see people who believe in determiners or who teach this classification of parts of speech as determiners, you see them like lumping a lot of things together that determine what's coming next. So they will take a possessive pronoun like his claws, her dog. They will take articles and noun markers and the 3 little words, say that a noun is about to be heard. And in both of those cases, they do determine something, right? They're determining what's coming next. So they are determining that somebody owns it in the case of possessive pronoun. They are determining that something is singular or plural or definite or indefinite in the case of an, a, and the. Another category they will use is number adjectives. And they'll put this under determiners. And so number adjectives do determine how many of something is coming up. They will put indefinite pronouns. So these are those pronouns that fall under other things, like some grammar books will have them under nouns. Some grammar books will have them under indefinite pronouns. Some will have them under adjectives. Some will have them in, like in this category, under determiners. And they also determine a few, most, many, more. Okay, they determine how many. They determine fewer or more, right? So they are determining too. And lastly, possessive nouns, which would be like boys, belongs to the boy, girls, belongs to the girl, Donna's belongs to Donna, Ray's belongs to Ray. So the problem with definite determiners, the problem with determiners is that they are easily taught in other ways. They're easily taught under other categories. Now, there are some benefits to them because generally speaking, when you have determiners, they have no commas. So if you have 2 determiners together, the, few, cats, there are no commas between the and few. If you have Donna's 5 books, there are no commas between Donna's and 5. So in that regard, taking a whole group, many different categories of words and putting them under determiners can make punctuation easier, right? We don't have any commas. These are just for clarification. That's all they are. They are clarifying words. They're not descriptive, so we don't need commas between them. They are not giving a new picture to the reader, so they're not, they're not like sought out, like in my checklist challenge, students have to add descriptive adjectives. They can't add clarifying adjectives. So in that regard, they are good because they are not, they do not require any punctuation. But how much better would it be just to put them under another category that they fit more correctly in? So let's start with the first one, possessive pronouns. Why do we need to call possessive pronouns determiners when we already have pronouns? I've already taught my students possessive pronouns, right? His, hers, our, ours, my, mine, your, yours, right? It's, theirs, right? We already have those. So let's not make another category and stick them all into that. Articles, noun markers, and a, the, 3 little words tell you that a noun is about to be heard. Definite, the, indefinite, and an a, right? Simple. And so let's just keep those under the articles. Number adjectives. Number adjectives is a little bit trickier because they are more clarifying than they are than they are descriptive. So what I do with number adjectives and indefinite pronouns, so this would be like few, more, most, many, is I just call those clarifying adjectives. Let's go ahead and put them under adjectives, where many programs do, but let's call them clarifying adjectives as opposed to descriptive. It's really easy just to have two categories of adjectives, descriptive and clarifying. And then we don't have to worry about whether something is a number adjective, and some programs even call them article adjectives. Let's just call them clarifying or descriptive. Clarifying or descriptive. So numbers are clarifying. Indefinite pronouns, more, most, are clarifying. And then possessive nouns, they're nouns. Let's just call them nouns. Let's call them possessive nouns, right? And so that's why I don't really feel a need for the whole category of determiners, because to me, I've already covered those in other parts of speech where they make more sense. And the whole clarifying versus descriptive adjectives, we've taken care of the comma problem too. We don't put commas between clarifying adjectives or between a clarifying adjective and a descriptive adjective, so we don't have to worry. We have two categories of adjectives. How descriptive is this? No, it's just clarifying. It's not really that descriptive. These are the descriptive ones. These are the ones that need commas between them. I have gone over my 10 minutes. Shock, shock. But next week, I'm going to be back with another episode. And like I said, I won't run out. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 episodes. So stick with me and I'll be sure to teach you tons of grammar, writing, spelling, vocabulary. See you soon.